Hello my dear jewelry lovers, today I will tell you about the most unusual and beautiful jewelry of the Queen of the Netherlands. It will be interesting. The jewelry of Queen Maxima of the Netherlands. This is more serious than the Queen of England. Everyone is convinced that the largest amount of jewelry in the countries of Europe can be seen on Elizabeth II, the Queen of England. But studying the jewelry of Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, I realized that it was not so. Their quantity and quality is simply dazzling. Queen Maxima, with her charm and cheerful personality, breaks stereotypes about royal posture. We are all used to the notion that a queen should be serious, majestic, not much to say and extremely elegant, demonstrating dignity and restraint. But what to do queens, whose turbulent temperament seeks freedom? How to be a respected and loved queen with the character of a tigress and a lively laugh? Queen Maxima has her own unique answers to these questions. Maxima's extraordinary temperament reflects her Spanish-Italian roots. Born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, to a friendly and boisterous family of 7 children, Maxima grew up sociable and energetic. Her bright personality not only attracts attention, but also gives the royal appearance of unusual liveliness and joy. Maxima and Prince Willem Alexander were first brought together by a party in Spain in 1999. Their acquaintance developed for 3 years before they announced their engagement. It is noticeable that even in the modern era, when the monarchy represents more a symbol of power than actual governance, the Dutch Parliament expressed strong opposition to marriage bringing crown status. This was not because of the bride-to-be's lack of blue blood, but because Maxima was the daughter of the Minister of Agriculture, who had served in Argentina under the regime of the dictator Videla. Nevertheless, the wedding took place, although Maxima's family members were forbidden to attend. It is amazing how over the years Maxima managed to win not only the favor, but also the love and respect of all of Europe. In this she was greatly aided by her jewelry. But this collection has been built up for centuries. Let's see where it all started. And we'll start with the jewels of Queen Emma.
Among Emma's most renowned jewels was a tiara featuring roses and diamonds, crafted at the close of the 19th century. This masterpiece of jewelry was distinguished by its elegance and intricate craftsmanship, adorned with roses, symbols of love and nobility. The tiara became a symbol of female strength and authority, with its diamonds embodying purity and perfection. Commissioned by her husband, King William III, in 1890 from the Royal Begeer jeweler, it was designed specifically to complement the 12-pointed stars Emma received as a wedding gift from her new in-laws, the Van Weed family. The tiara was embellished with 5 diamond stars, with a 6th intended as a brooch. The creation of the tiara was completed shortly after the king's death, and it was first worn at his funeral. Initially, the tiara consisted of 3 large central sections intended to hold these stars permanently, but alterations later allowed the stars to be removable. Additionally, the option to replace the stones was introduced. Typically, only the central stone would be swapped with a ruby, but it is known that Queen Beatrix replaced all 3 diamonds with rubies. Despite being designed for the stars, Queen Emma rarely wore the star-studded version. Upon her death in 1934, her daughter, Queen Wilhelmina, inherited the tiara and wore it in its full version. Queen Beatrix began wearing the tiara from a young age, making it one of her favorite pieces. It was not only Queen Beatrix who frequently wore it. Princess Irene and Princess Margrethe also donned the tiara, though less often than their sister. Emma's diamond tiara became a hallmark of the Queen's image. In 1984, Andy Warhol created a portrait of Queen Beatrix wearing the tiara, which is now housed in the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. Although this beloved jewel is often worn by the Queen herself, she has also lent it to her daughters-in-law. Princess Laurentian wore it at the wedding of Crown Princess Victoria, and Princess Maxima sported it during a state visit to Qatar in 2011. Like other significant items in the Dutch royal collection, Queen Emma's tiara was acquired by the Orange-Nassau Family Foundation, established by Queen Juliana in the 1960s. This means the tiara is essentially crown property, owned by the reigning monarch and cannot be sold or gifted. Let's turn our attention to Queen Emma's diamond egret. When Princess Emma of Waldeck-Pyrmont married the elderly King William III of the Netherlands in 1879, she received several impressive wedding gifts, including this stunning diamond egret. Comprising 12 richly adorned diamond branches with small dangling claw-set diamonds at the tips, the egret sparkles as it moves in the light. The diamond egret was a wedding gift from King William III's sister, Princess Sophie, Grand Duchess of Saxe-Weimar-Eisenach. Queen Emma was photographed wearing the diamond egret only once, shortly after King William III's death in 1890, in a portrait taken with her mourning attire. It would be several decades before the egret appeared in public again, when her granddaughter, Queen Juliana, wore it as a brooch. During the 1980s or 1990s, Princess Margriet wore the diamond egret at a gala evening. After Queen Juliana's death, the egret resurfaced decades later, worn in her hair by then Crown Princess Maxima. Since then, Queen Maxima has worn the diamond egret several times as a brooch and will likely continue to enjoy it for years to come. Finally, let's admire the exquisite diamond stomach of Queen Emma. This piece was also among the impressive wedding gifts created by court jeweler Joseph Gita in a Neo-Grecian style. It features 214 diamond-cut diamonds and a 30-carat pale yellow central diamond which can be worn separately as a pendant or brooch. Queen Emma was notably photographed wearing the diamond stomach at her daughter Queen Wilhelmina's wedding to Duke Henry of Mecklenburg-Schwerin in 1901 and later at Queen Wilhelmina's Silver Jubilee in 1926. After Queen Emma's death in 1934, the diamond stomach passed to Queen Wilhelmina, who wore it several times in the 1930s and 1940s. Following Queen Wilhelmina's abdication, the piece went to Queen Juliana, who began wearing it prominently at notable events. Although the diamond stomach was never publicly displayed on Queen Beatrix, the then Princess Maxima wore the central pendant for the first time at a dinner marking Queen Beatrix's abdication in 2013.
The collection continued to grow and the next generations added incredible pearls and rubies. Let's take a look at another masterpiece, the Dutch Malario ruby tiara. This stunning parure was commissioned by King William III as a 30th birthday gift for Queen Emma from the renowned French jeweler Malario Ditzmeller in 1888, designed by the famous Oscar Marcin for an extraordinary sum of 160,000 guilders. The initial order for the parure, intended to feature sapphires, originally included a tiara, necklace, bracelet, and fan, incorporating over 961 precious stones. However, the necklace was deemed too bulky before completion, so a corsage ornament and an additional brooch were created instead. Now, the substantial parure consists of a tiara, a pair of versatile earrings, a necklace, a bracelet, a corsage, a brooch, and a fan. Additionally, many pieces from the Malario ruby set are often paired with items from the Dutch ruby peacock parure, offering numerous magnificent combinations. The Malario ruby tiara is the fourth largest tiara in the vast Dutch royal collection. Unfortunately, King William III passed away a year after the delivery of the Malario ruby parure, and Queen Emma became the Queen Regent for her daughter, Queen Wilhelmina. She wore the tiara in a portrait in 1891 with diamonds instead of rubies to signify mourning. Queen Emma continued to wear the Malario ruby parure at numerous events and in portraits throughout her life, utilizing its versatility to its fullest extent. Queen Juliana wore the Malario ruby parure corsage at her inauguration in 1948 and continued to wear it at many significant events, portraits, and state visits. She preferred to wear almost all pieces of the Malario ruby parure simultaneously and was the last to wear the full corsage. Princess Beatrix began wearing the Malario ruby parure when she was crown princess, but the tiara was not worn as frequently after she became queen. The last time Queen Beatrix wore the tiara was during a state visit to Oman in 2012. Queen Maxima started wearing the Malario ruby parure while still crown princess. The Malario ruby tiara was featured in portraits released for King Willem Alexander's inauguration in 2013. And the parure has since become one of Queen Maxima's favorite pieces. Continuing the family tradition that the tiara is worn only by the current and future queens, Princess of Orange was the first to wear the Malario ruby tiara, trying it on in 2012 at the age of 8. Let's enjoy this splendor. Sapphire Parure. The famous sapphire tiara with gorgeous Kashmiri sapphires. The quality of sapphires like Queen Maxima's are not found even in the Queen of England. These are genuine cornflower sapphires from Kashmir. These are the finest quality sapphires you can find. Hooray, they can be seen and not just spoken. This tiara was made by Maison van der Stickel in 1881. It may have been based on an 1867 design by Oscar Mars Senna. The diamonds are set in a fluttery setting, and the center sapphire can be removed and worn as a brooch. In 1928, Van Kempen, Begeer and Vos removed some of the diamonds and modified the setting. In 2013, Steltman Jewelers added a new frame and the centerpiece was omitted, although this version is double-sided. A total of 633 242-carat diamonds and 33 155-carat cashmere sapphires were used. The center sapphire surrounded by diamonds can be removed and worn as a brooch. Diamonds. There is one nugget in the collection of Queen Maxima and the entire crown of the Netherlands. This Stewart Tiara, whose main feature is a 39-carat Stewart diamond with a slight blue cast. The stone was purchased in 1690 and belonged to King William III and Queen Mary II. He is the Prince of Orange and Mary is heir to the British throne from the House of Stuart. They ruled together, but they had no children, so the stone returned to the Netherlands. Then this stone was part of a pendant, corsage jewelry, and various tiaras. Despite attempts by the British monarchs to return the jewel to their treasury, the Stewart eventually found its home and its place in Queen Wilhelmina's tiara, presumably in 1897, becoming the center stone of the Stewart tiara. The tiara itself is part of a parure that also includes earrings and a massive brooch so large that the ladies of the Royal House of the Netherlands preferred to wear it on a corset. Necklace and earrings from the diamond parure. Tiara necklace of large solitaire diamonds is created later and is not included in the parure. But Maxima likes to mix things up. In addition to the tiara, the parure includes a necklace and a bow brooch. Queen Maxima does not wear a necklace, but a bow brooch often. Queen Maxima has a lot of diamond jewelry, and every outing is a new delight. For Emerald Parure. The Emerald Parure began with a tiara commissioned by the Queen's mother Emma in 1897 for her daughter Wilhelmina. Later the parure would include a necklace, bracelet, ring and earrings. A necklace with a large cabochon emerald was created at a later date. What a gorgeous combination! The emeralds in the parure are removable, and can easily be replaced with drop pearls. Aquamarine Parure. Aquamarine Parure, tiara, necklace, earrings, necklace and brooch pendant with large aquamarine. At the head of the parure is an aquamarine tiara created by Kempen, Begeer and Vos for Princess Juliana's 18th birthday. It was later joined by a necklace, earrings, brooch, ring, and bracelet. Agates, amethysts, citrines, topazes, zoisites and corundums. Queen Maxima's citrine jewelry, bracelet, brooch, and earrings. Queen Maxima is one of the few European queens to wear jewelry with gemstones not of the first order, and semi-precious stones with great desire and frequently. Queen Maxima's diamond bow brooch with citrine. The center stone is removable and can be sapphire and diamond instead. Earrings, for example, made of zoisite with corundum, a very bold choice. Earrings made of zoisite with corundum, ornamental ruby. Or amazingly beautiful amethyst earrings with diamonds, or maybe some simple agate bracelets. Amethyst diamond earrings and agate bracelets on Queen Maxim. Still, I look at Queen Maxima, and I imagine in a good sense of the word, Spanish dona, energetic, fresh, smart, cheerful and beautiful. And what else do these Northern Dutch need? An antique pearl tiara. This jewelry is a bit like the English tiara Knots of Love, in which the Princess of Wales and the Duchess of Cambridge shone. The Dutch tiara was made for Queen Wilhelmina and dates from 1900. 7 drop-shaped pearls crown the base of the sparkling base with diamonds garlanded with lily symbols. Maxima repeatedly chose the vintage pearl tiara for state receptions and other ceremonial occasions. In addition, the Queen wore the piece of jewelry without the top pearl part, restricting it to a diamond base. Miss Soragaeta, who was not yet married to the Crown Prince at the time, appeared in it back in August 2001, arriving at the wedding of Norwegian Crown Prince Haakon and Mette-Marit. Which parure was your favorite? Write your comments.